Hi y'all, it's Jamie with Color Flutter Creations, and I'm feeling like I want to kind of fly away, and this dandelion die set by Pixie Dust Designs makes me think of that. So I'm coupling it with the Dandelion Wishes embossing folder by Sizzix, and we are going to play with foil. So I already have some examples here where I have used foil embossed on card panels and then used alcohol ink. So we're just going to have a bunch of fun with this. And you can see here all the wonderful dimension you get by using embossing folders with the foil. I've got a card panel and some foil, and I want to make sure that my foil is going to be shiny side down. So right now you can see it's more matte on one side and then shiny on the other. So I want to make sure that I'm using the shiny side, although you can use the matte side, and I'll show you what that looks like later. So I'm making sure I have a big enough piece that's going to fold over and completely cover my card. Now you could use liquid adhesive, but I don't really like that. I find that it's kind of messy. It sometimes doesn't really work well. You got to smooth it out more, and that can tear the foil. So I like putting some tape runner just on the back of my card panel, and then I'm going to fold over my foil, making sure it's really creased along that edge. And I'm kind of pushing and making the foil as taut as possible while I'm folding it over and making sure that it secures to my tape runner. I don't use any tape runner on the front side. I then cut off the excess with some scissors, and then I'm going to lop off the corners just from like one corner in so that I can get rid of some bulk instead of folding those pieces in, because we're going to fold these flaps to the back of our card panel so that everything is nice and secure. Now, I don't use the tape runner on the front of my panel because I found that sometimes it can leave lines depending on the tape runner and the depth of that. I then put my card panel into my embossing folder, making sure it's lined up where, I want the image, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And when I pull it out, look at all the dimension. You have all the shine from the foil, which I love, but then you also have that wonderful dimension. So now to the alcohol ink part. I've got an acrylic block, some, different forms of alcohol mediums like alcohol blending solution. I've got my, I don't know what those are, little foam blender handles that are Velcro-y, but I've got also some felt pads that will adhere, micro Q-tips, and of course, paper towel. So I'm going to start with the first one with the round Velcro blendy handle, and I'm going to add some green alcohol ink to this. I'm just going to kind of dot it all over the felt pad, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to like smoosh it on there. So I kind of dab, I swirl, and I also just kind of pounce it a little bit. Now, I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want to, ruin the embossing that we did on this, but I want to have some coverage. And because there is different layers, this is a 3D embossing folder, that I want to make sure I'm pouncing to get ink in certain areas. Now, I don't care if ink gets everywhere and some of that foil that is silver shines through. That doesn't bother me. I actually really like that. So then I'm going to take one of the micro Q-tips and I'm adding some dandelion yellow alcohol ink, and I'm kind of coloring in these different areas. The alcohol on alcohol, it actually lifts the green but applies the yellow. And there you can see a little bit of that Q-tip and how just small and micro it is. I then just continue coloring in the different areas of my dandelions here, just wherever I want it to be. So I'm not, I don't know, thinking really strategically about this. As you know, I don't think strategically about much when it comes to my crafting. I just let my emotion and what I like kind of flow out of me and into my creation. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. Just whatever kind of feels good is what I'm going to do. Your alcohol ink starts getting dry on the block, just add a little bit of alcohol and it'll kind of reignite that, and then you can keep using it. You can also use the alcohol to clean off your acrylic block and surfaces because, this is alcohol-based ink. And don't you just love that? I think that turned out so wonderful. Now, that was an embossed. This is a debossed. So let's play a little bit with the debossed side. So I have some mushroom alcohol ink, and I'm actually using the rectangle, um, again, whatever it is, Velcro-y blendy handle thing. And I am just dabbing that kind of all over. And you can see that with dabbing it, you get some different effects there because the alcohol just kind of, I don't know, is able to do its thing. So I continue on that path and then I decide to add in a different color. So this is a little bit of ginger. Now I didn't change out my felt pad. I just added the ink to it. And I continue pouncing it just all over my panel where I want to add some of that, brown gingery color. For this card panel to color in the detailed elements on my panel, I'm using the patina color alcohol ink and just kind of letting that go where I want it to go, coloring in only certain parts of my panel. I really want the focal point of this. I know it's a background, but I still want to kind of play off the focal points that I'm creating. So I'm not going to color in every element. I'm just going to kind of do one area. So think about that. You don't have to do every area. And I love this color combo. It makes me so happy. And so again, I'm just kind of focusing in on that one area because I want that to be my focal. And you can do that with other kind of panels like this. Color in the whole back, but then color the actual flower using those different colors and the micro tip Q-tips. So this is a muted panel. I'm using the opposite side than the shiny side of the foil. And I wanted to play with just dropping the alcohol ink into certain areas. In the end, I didn't like what it was doing, so I just blended it out with my felt pad. But I still wanted to see what would happen if I started dropping the alcohol ink onto the alcohol ink that's already on my panel. And you can see it leaves the color that I'm dropping and then kind of bleaches out the color that of the alcohol ink underneath. So this is another way that you can kind of play with your alcohol inks, get different effects and see what actually resonates with you and what you like. I actually really liked this. I thought it kind of really looked cool, but in the end, I didn't want to stop there. I actually took some alcohol in a spritzer bottle and just kind of spritz that all over. Just goes kind of everywhere and bleaches it out. A little bit goes a long way, but doesn't that look cool? Just a whole different effect. I wanted to blend it out though. I really wanted a vibrant color in the background, so I just kind of blended it all back. And now I'm taking some yellow ink. This is the dandelion ink that I used before. And this alcohol ink just is really bright and vibrant, and I wanted that. And you can use so many different kinds of colors to color this in, just whatever your heart desires in all of these different areas on the panel. And here's what we've created. We have the one we were just doing and it's not quite finished. The other one with the brown and the patina, and then this bright green and the yellow. And then this, I actually did a kind of a drop of it from the top to the bottom and let it really just be more intense at the top. And here you can see the embossed versus the debossed sides of that same embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and complete our dandelion card by adding in my dandelion elements. I've already die cut them and I've just die cut them out of white cardstock. So nothing special here. I wanted the white to pop against that background because again, the background's still the background, but I still wanted that to be part of it. And so just adding in a couple of the dandelions and then our sentiment, this scripty love sentiment, which love. I love a good scripty sentiment. And so I place that onto my card panel where I want it. And then I add in the fun dandelion seeds that are blowing everywhere. If you've ever blown a dandelion, you know that those seeds go everywhere. So put them all over wherever you want. For the center of the dandelions that you have those cutout pieces for, I decided for mine that I wanted to just add some glitter brush marker in yellow. This is scrapbook.com. And then I add those to the center of my dandelions. Then I decided I needed to step it up a little bit and I add some gold gems just to the center of each of my dandelions. I am matting this on some gold cardstock, but only in the bottom right corner. So I decided to do a little bit of a different mat and kind of bring that over to the side. I don't see this a lot, and I actually love this effect. I then place it onto a white card panel, and there we've got our completed card using the dandelion set from Pixie Dust Designs, the Dandelion Wishes embossing folder by Sizzix. And I love the way that this card turned out. It's got a lot of dimension, shine, of course, but it's actually really simple and a fun card. Play with those alcohol inks if you haven't. Tell me what your favorite part of this card was and leave that in the comments. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be made aware of when more crafty fun is to be had. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you for supporting me by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.